J.R. McIntyre. We back with our last episode, yes, of season 4. We made it to our last episode on season 4. I appreciate everybody just sticking it out and just supporting me. We on track to do 100 episodes in 2026, and this is season 4, the last one. And we got a huge guest. But thank you to Los Angeles Tribune for giving me the opportunity to be on their platform and spotlight me. Thank you to Riverside for giving me the opportunity. I appreciate it. Thank you to all my sponsors, Pro Immune, and thank you to my other sponsor, Focus Pills. I appreciate it. But we got a huge guest today. We got a huge guest, and he has a mother. And we want to make sure that we understand motivators. Get your highlighters, get your pens, get everything ready, because this is a young entrepreneur, a young motivator that want to pour into the kids. I appreciate it. Let's welcome to the stage Jay Harris. I appreciate it. How you doing? How you doing?
Hey, how y'all doing? I'm Jay Harris, and this is my son, Kari.
What's up,
Hi
Corey?
everybody.
What's going on, Corey? How you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm super excited to be on a live interview with you. I mean, it's such an honor.
Definitely. What I'm gonna ask you guys to do, if you have LinkedIn, the live link just went live on LinkedIn and live on YouTube. If you want to take that link and share it to your Facebook, I don't have Facebook, but you could take that link real quick live if you want to and share it to your Facebook, share it to whoever right now, so people can chime in and ask you live questions. So go ahead and share that link. Go to my page and see the thing that's going live on LinkedIn. Take that link and post it to your YouTube. Post it to your Facebook or share it with your chat room or your friends or your family. I'll give you a couple of seconds. Let me know when you're ready. Okay. So I want you guys to both, mother and son, take a chance just to tell my community where you from and who are you and just a little bit about you.
Okay. All right, baby boy, I'm gonna let you go first.
Okay, so obviously my name is Kari of Kari's Cold Streets. I am an actor. I love to perform on stage. I love to sing. I love to run. I love sports. I'm trying out for flag football next season, so it's gonna be pretty awesome, I'll say. And then this is my wonderful mother, and I mean, I couldn't ask for anything better. She is the best mom in the world. She has given me so many amazing opportunities to get the young entrepreneur experience to better understand. And it has been an amazing journey going on with
Man,
her. It's absolutely amazing. And we're still not done yet. So we have more and more to come. So that's been my experience, and that's about me.
that's what's up, man. Yes, I'm Jay Harris. I'm from right here in Tampa, born and raised. I've been several different places. Been blessed to have many different opportunities. I have done a little time in the military. Been a police officer. Definitely an entrepreneur. Done some different things in the nonprofit space. Owned and operated a group home for nearly a decade, which is near and dear to my heart. I have many bonus children from that endeavor. I am raising multiple bonus children from that endeavor, but this is my heart and soul right here, as he just gave me that glowing mom endorsement. I think you want something, y'all, for real. But nah, this is my baby. My many different endeavors, as referenced on the walls here in my in my studio. I've had many different passions, but nothing more important than obviously being a mom. That is my most important job on this earth. And I love it. And pouring into my kid is the most important thing. And it's been the blessing of a lifetime raising him and all of my bonus kids, because that is the most important thing. But this entrepreneurial journey with Kari's Cold Treats has been so amazing, because we get to do it side by side and do it together. And watching him grow and flourish and just really get excited and energized by the process is so amazing, because he just jumped head first into it, and it's just like, mommy, I have an idea. Like, we literally can be sitting and talking, and we can be talking about anything, everything, or nothing, and this boy will come up with a new idea, and we'll just start working on something, and it's like, oh, mommy, you think we can do this? And I'm just as, childlike as him in so many ways, because I'd be like, you know what? Sure, yeah, let's try it, and an idea will spark just like that, and the next thing you know, we will turn that idea into something real and tangible. And it's like, let's do it. And my thing is, okay, if it works, great. And if it doesn't, no harm, no foul. We tried it, and and we just kind of go from there. And that's one of the things, and that has been our journey together. Like from shoot, maybe three. He wrote his first book when he was 4 years old because I'm an author and I have published books. And he was like, "Mommy, I want to write a book." And I was like, "Okay, let's write a book." And he wrote a book and did a book signing at his preschool, and when he was in K4, and we did a whole book signing at his school because he wanted to write a book like his mommy. So we wrote a
Right.
book. And most people think, oh, his mama wrote a book and put his name on it. No. I literally sat down and said, okay, Kari, tell me a story. And he told me the story. And I just wrote it down for him because he wasn't big enough to write it for himself. But he wrote the book. And, I just had to do the work. But he told the story. And that's been my experience with him, and that's how I wanted to parent because I always wanted to support his dreams that way.
Right. I love that. I love the fact that you guys team up. I love to see the mother and son tandem. You know what I'm saying? That's amazing. Outside of sports, like you're giving him keys to be an entrepreneur. You're opening up the gap for him and motivators. If you're not paying attention, how she's pouring into her child is she's giving him all options to be whatever he wants to be. And the fact that he wrote a book in K4, like that's amazing. And you're letting him explore his possibilities to be great. And I love that. From the moment I met him at the entrepreneur event, I know I'm like, he's going to be great. Well, he's great already, but he has that tool to continue and change the algorithm of his family tree, and that's what's going to happen. So, Kari, buckle up, get ready. Like it's starting already. I see where you're going. So tell me something about Kari. How do you like to be? You know what I'm saying? Um, what do you like to do as a kid? Tell me.
So usually, what I like to do is I'm very artistic. I love to draw. I love to paint. I love to do anything that's pretty much involves a pencil, a paintbrush. I love to draw. Like my mom wants to write a book, and I asked her, "Hey, can I draw the pictures?" Because I'm very talented because she I draw a lot of pictures for my mom, and she most of the time loves them. And yeah, so I'm pretty artistic, and I love to draw. Drawing is one of my favorite hobbies, and it's like pretty fun. And my mom motivates me to draw all things. Like I had a Spanish project, and I was super duper tired, and I had drew some excellent pictures, and then on the other half, I wanted to draw stick figures because I wanted to go to bed. But then my mom and I asked my mom, should I draw stick figures? She was like, no, you got to give them the full effort because you got to give them all the energy. You can't just put in one half and then put in another. You got to put it all in. So I did just that, and I stuck it out, and I made some beautiful drawings. And then my teacher put my poster up on the wall where everybody could see it. So
And that was recently, or that was when you was younger?
recently, very recently,
Yeah, like 2 weeks ago.
Look at that. See, and
at least.
you wanted to have do it, but hey, they was like, hey, I need you 100%. You know what I'm saying? And I know how you feel is because going through entrepreneurship and being so creative, I can speak for myself. Is sometimes you want to just say, you know what, I'm tired, but that's what people judge you when they if you would have put a turn in that stick figure, they would have said, I told you he gonna give up. I told you not great. You gotta always 100% stick it to them because they're gonna try to find a gap in between to try to separate that artistic from who you are. You gotta continue to, hey, you know what? Every day, change the algorithm of your life. Every day, change that whole reset because you are great and your mind moving at a fast pace, but you want to maximize that too at the same time. So, you know what I'm saying? That's what I want to give you too. So let's talk about how you are right now. Like, what's your favorite subject in class?
So my favorite subject is this new class that I'm taking. It's Avid. I'm having a hard time because it's different. This is new for me. Just last semester, we had changed classes because I was in physical education, but now I'm in this Avid class. And Avid, it teaches you how to ask questions and how to think about the future. And it has been a definitely a new experience, and it has me asking a lot of questions. And usually I ask a lot of questions, and to be able to better understand how to ask questions in different levels, it's even better because to ask you a simple question is it's a simple question, and most of the time there's a simple answer. But to ask you a more advanced question gives me more information to both bounce off of that and to absorb. So Avid is my favorite class, right? As in the moment, because of the experience and the the things it makes me think about. So that's my favorite class right now. And my mom has helped me with a couple of my projects for Avid. And I was asking her a bunch of questions about her because most of them involved Avid because it's about thinking ahead. It's about learning to make your steps before you take them. So it is definitely a very good experience for all kids my age and kids above because it makes you think ahead.
I love that. I love the fact that you're thinking ahead and you putting that forward. You know, your mom have definitely been right there by your side, helping you. And like I said, I love it. My mother passed away when I was smaller, so I don't know what that looks like. So it gives me a warm feeling that I love to see that. You know what I'm saying? I love to see the mom and like active right there. And she's not pushing you, but she's also she is pushing you to be, you know what I'm saying, exploit how smart you are. And I love it because that's what you like since you were born, mom, like what did you notice when he was born? Certain things to know that, like, you know what, this kid is different.
Well, for me, it was one of those situations that I looked at him and I first and foremost, I prayed for him. I prayed and I prayed and I prayed and I prayed, and we had a very unorthodox beginning. So when I brought him home, it was like, listen, God, I prayed and I prayed and I prayed and I asked for this baby, and now that you've given him to me, it's like, okay, listen, I'm going to do everything in my power to protect him, to lead him, to guide him, and make sure he has everything that he needs to be successful. And a lot of times we see so many different examples in life, but my thing was I don't want to be overbearing, but I'm gonna discipline. I don't want to be too much, but he gonna have everything he need. I don't, I had to strike that balance. And while my kid is absolutely singing my praises, but he know mommy will get on his behind if he get out of line. Look at him, he's shaking his head. He like, oh yeah. But at the same time, he know there's nothing in this world he can't come to me and talk to me about. He's one of those kids that he will come to me and tell me, mommy, I'm having this type of problem. He will talk to me about girls. He will talk, like, my kid talks to me about everything under the sun, and that's what I want. We have that type of relationship, but I knew from the time I held him in my arms that this was my whole world. And my thing was there's nothing on this earth that can be more important to him besides God himself. And when that was my understanding of life, my whole world changed, and everything I do in life starts from that premise. Nothing besides God is more important than him.
I love.
So that's how I govern my life. Not my business, not my education, not my profession, not anything else besides God comes before my son. And
Definitely.
because I operate from that premise, that nothing else, everything else falls in place. And I always say, if you put first things first, everything else gonna fall in its place.
Definitely. I
So
love that. I love how you put that. But let's get into mom. Let's get into mom's military career, education, and how you were as a child. Let's get into first of all. Let's start. I want to dig deep to see where he getting this from. Let's tell me how you was as a child.
man, listen, as a child now, and it's funny because as a child, I was kind of opposite of my baby because I was an athlete. I was an all-star basketball player. I played everything under the sun, but basketball was my ticket. If I wouldn't have had some health issues, I would listen. Let me tell it. I was gonna be the first girl in the NBA, but then the WNBA came out, so I was projected to be that deal. I played, my freshman year in high school. I went to actually moved to Jacksonville. Got the starting point guard spot up and playing 5A ball up at Inglewood High School, and that's a whole different level of ball up there. I mean, 5A ball is something different. So that was awesome. Came back to Tampa, Played at Hillsboro for a minute, summer league. Then was at Jefferson, and then unfortunately life happened, and I found out I had a heart condition. And ironically, found out I had a heart condition. Couldn't play basketball. Still ended up getting into the military on a technicality. Got into the military on a technicality because even though I had a heart procedure, they were like, oh, they did it laparoscopically. So because they didn't cut me open, the recruiter was able to get me in because they didn't cut my chest open. Yeah. Yeah, so my military days didn't last long because I got in there and messed around and fell out, and they were like,
Yeah,
what's going, what's going on?
or PT or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, listen, yeah, we was on a road march, we was on a road march in 27-degree weather.
I already know how that feels. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
yeah.
Listen, right in front of the first sergeant, and
Mm.
listen, and I collapsed, and it was crazy. So it turned into a whole medical situation, and let's just say me and the army didn't last very long, but I loved it. I loved every minute of it. It was an amazing experience, and something I wouldn't trade for anything in this world.
Mhm.
Me and some of my battles. I mean, man, one of my battles is still my best friend to this day.
Wow.
Nearly 20 years later. I mean, we are thick as thieves, and would never ever trade that for anything in this world. The experience was invaluable, and it just taught me so much about life. And I'll tell anybody that at that point in my time, at that point in time in my life, it was exactly what I didn't know I needed. It
Mm.
was everything that I needed, just the discipline that I needed at that point in my life, because the reality of losing basketball, because I didn't understand at that point in my life. I thought basketball was who I was,
Mm.
not what I did, because it was so closely tied to my identity. Because although I was smart and although I had all of this other stuff going for me, basketball was who I was. It was synonymous
Right.
with Jay Harris. What you mean? If you spoke about basketball, you were speaking about me. If you spoke about me, you were speaking about basketball, because that's who I was from the time I was a little girl. I
Mm.
was the only girl in elementary, and I was in middle school. I'm sorry, I was in elementary school, and I got offered a scholarship to go to Berkeley Prep to play basketball.
Mm.
But because I was only going to middle school, they couldn't give me a full ride. And my family couldn't afford to pay the rest of it for me to attend a $20,000 a year school.
Right.
So I ended up having to stay in a public school.
Right.
So basketball had been my identity. So the military saved me from what was spiraling in my life, because I was like, if I can't play ball, listen, forget it.
Right.
And that's not the right mindset to have. So I was a little something. My son, he's meek and mild. I was not. I was a fighter. Listen, I was rowdy. And it's so funny. He loved to hear the stories, like, cause my mom, she talked trash. My mom love her to death, man. But my mom talks trash. She be like to my, oh my God, thank God my, he should call my baby Sherman. Thank God my Sherman don't act like you. Mom, don't say that. Don't say that. Yeah, listen, I was rowdy. I was,
You
I
got it.
was, and I just prayed, and I'm like, Lord, I pray my baby stay like this through his teenage years, because you know how you be waiting, you like, Lord, karma, you reap what you sow, and I'm just like, Lord, my baby's so good. I'm like,
Right.
Lord, I know it's coming, something coming back to get me. I just don't know where it is because he acts nothing like me,
Right.
and I'm so grateful,
Yeah.
so grateful, because yeah, I was a firecracker for real.
I love that. I love the stories that take you back and try to align with, Kari and see where he gets it from. I definitely still see it. I see it no matter what. And you had passion in basketball, and he has the passion in acting and singing and being an entrepreneur. So it definitely rolled off. I remember when I was smaller, um, my dad used to make me listen to Zig Ziglar, one of the top motivational speakers in the world. I didn't even know. Tape the A and B side. We would drive from Los Angeles to Compton, Compton to Long Beach, listening to these tapes. He gave me a briefcase when I was small. He was a preacher. Both my grandfathers were ministers. I didn't know he was prepping me for a motivational speaker, life coaching thing. I ran away from it. I went into the military. I was tough. I did 14 and a half years, 3 deployments to Iraq. When I got out, I wanted to just be a bodyguard. And God was like, that's not what I want you to do. And I thought I wasn't listening to God. I did it, and I did it really successful, grew $1 million business, and failed after COVID. And God was like, I told you not to do that. You ready to listen? And when I started to listen, I woke up in January 2025 as the top 50 motivational speakers in the world because I start speaking life into myself. And the story really resonates with me because what you said about, hey, you know what? God put you on this path and you basketball and military. And guess what? Your real soul mission, and catch this, Kari, was to pour into your son. And now look what he's doing at his age. How old are you, Kari?
I'm 12 years old, sir.
You're what?
12 years old.
Y'all hear that, motivators? 12 years old. It gives me chills because he knows exactly who he is at 12. At 12, I was still finding my identity. I was gangbanging. I was looking at my mom died of AIDS and she was on drugs, lived on Skid Row. So I was heavily influenced by the city, doing negative stuff. And 12 years old, it was like I was just following what everybody else was doing. And look at you at 12. So that was your real mission, Jay, was to pour into your son. And that was your gift that God gave you to say, you know what? I'm going to get you out to Army, but you got to promise me that. You got to give 100% to Kari so he can do what he needs to do. So I see it. So let's keep going, Miss J. Tell me about your education, what you've been doing as far as entrepreneurship and in school and all these things that you got going on.
Oh man, so went to went to school, got a degree in criminal justice. Um, Went and said it's still, and it's funny that you said it the way you said it. So since we gonna just keep it real, we gonna keep it real. I'm still gonna do things my way.
Yeah,
I'm still not listening, being hard headed. You know what? Fine. I'm not gonna be in the military. I'm gonna go
yeah,
be a cop.
look at
I'm still gonna do things my way. So I went back to school, got a degree in criminal justice. Went and got a went to police academy and became a police officer. Did that for a little while. That was cool. Again, I felt like, I knew my calling was to serve. So still wanted to serve. And I wasn't serving in the military anymore. Decided to serve as a police officer. Did that for a little bit. And again, my health got in the way and took me out of that shortly thereafter. And so I didn't do that. Still, again, my that servant's heart of mine that led me into the nonprofit sector. And then I started working for the YMCA, and I got into family programming. First, I started with the after school program, and then I started, and then I started working with the family programming. I got promoted into that, and then I took over working 3 locations, and then that kind of grew, and then I started realizing that as much as I love the nonprofit work, I was like, man, I can do this for myself and do it the way that I want it done, because you can only do so much working within a system a certain way. So I took a lot of different extra classes and learned as much as I could learn, because the YMCA is an amazing organization, and I learned so many different things. So I was like, how much more impact could I have if I opened my own nonprofit? And so I did. I opened a group home for teenage girls, and I ran that for 7 years. And I changed the lives of a lot of kids and a lot of adults too. So I had kids, I had employees, and then I got more kids, and then they had kids, and then I had more kids, and it just turned into a whole, a whole a whole army of kids and more kids and more kids. So now,
And I am the leader.
yeah, yes, and you are the leader. You are the fearless leader of this army. So it definitely kind of aligns with what you said. God had a totally different plan for my life.
right.
So that kind of led into everything, and from that we ended up birth. And it's funny because through all of that, we ended up branching out, and that is actually the location in which we ended up birthing the ice cream business. And I just recently retired from the group home and went full time with the ice cream business. And it's funny because I just was telling somebody, even when you may retire from a profession, it does not negate your purpose. Because even though I'm retired from my group home, I just had I always had an annual Christmas Eve party at my personal home. I had 9 people that would have 9 children or young adults that would have been at my Christmas Eve party at my group home. They were here at my house. I was like, so just because I retired from my profession, that doesn't negate my purpose, and that doesn't sever my ties from my kids. just because I closed a business, that has nothing to do with my purpose.
Right.
Those two things are, completely separate from one another. Just because
Right.
I no longer deal with the state on a daily or weekly basis, that has nothing to do with the soul tie that I have to my purpose and to my kids.
I
So,
love that. I love the fact that you, like I said, there's a story behind the story, and you're telling it. And motivators, I want you guys to understand. New followers, old, my motivators tribe. This is where it's at right here. This is the pedigree. This is what it takes right here. I never bring anybody to my podcast that I'm not inspired, and I'm definitely inspired by Miss J and her son to see how she's raising him and how she's pouring into the community. And on top of that, live, I want to say your group home, you're very connected. I would love to go speak at your group home because that's what I do. I travel the world and I speak, but I love the youth because my nephew right now, he's serving 80 years in prison. He went to jail at 16 years old because he followed the wrong crowd. And I feel like I need to get inside of these systems and interject these positivity. Let them know that, hey, this is what I look like, and you can come from the same background, but you can still achieve. So offline we would talk about that. I would love to go back and give and help and service. You know what I'm saying? That's part of what I do as the hood motivator, and that's part of what I do as a Phi Beta Sigma man too. You know what I'm saying? Culture for service, service for humanity. We give back. We want to make sure. So let me know. And
okay.
Jay, your mom is, hey, I mean, Carl, your mom, she's definitely a heavy hitter. So I want you to understand, when times gets difficult, you always look back at your mom and you love her and you appreciate her because a lot of kids out here don't have the mom like you have or have a mom at all. So make sure you honor her and show her that. And how you do that is you continue to be great, continue to keep the lines of communication open, talk to her about everything because guess what? Your mom has seen a lot. She has done a lot and she's gonna if she don't have the answers, she's gonna go look up the answers for you to help you. You hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yes, sir. So I love your story, Miss J. So, hey, Corey, we about to get back into you, man. Tell me a little bit about entrepreneurship. Tell me what you got going on. Tell me how you met me.
So, how I met you, which was honestly a very, very special experience, is I believe it. I came home from school, and my mom mentioned the opportunity to go to that event.
Right.
So originally, I was like, "Oh yeah, this is gonna be so cool. This is gonna be so fun. Like, I'm gonna meet so many entrepreneurs
Yeah.
that are amazing, that are big, that have been through the the experience, that can give me the experience to get up there like them, to lift our business up, to get up there. Um, and then when I met you, I was when I met you, man, you had the coolest outfit I've ever seen.
I knew
I
you was
just
gonna
had to
say
say that. You
that.
had the coolest outfit. And I mean say you still do. I was like just
I got a
fashion.
I got a T-shirt for you, a motivator T-shirt. I got you.
Ah,
Yeah.
thank you. But yes, when I met you, you had the coolest outfit I have ever seen. I loved your shirt. It like it spoke to me because I saw the black essence on that shirt. I
Mm.
noticed that you are like I'm trying to think of the words. I would say you inspired me. There, I would say there it is. I would say you inspired me very much, like a lot, because I saw how. First of all, I saw how cool you were. Which when I see you're cool, you're like pretty much like up there.
Yeah.
But to see how cool you were, but to also know your business, like when you explained to me what you did, I was inspired
Yeah.
because honestly, I don't see a lot of black speakers
Mm.
a lot because I actually watched um uh a a speaking, and the man wasn't black or the lady wasn't black. I would
Right.
say, but then to see that we black people, our black community is getting up there, it just puts a big smile on my face to see that there are more people like us being able to get up into that community, and that I fully support.
Mm.
Throughout Cars Cold Streets, I told my mom I want to support the black communities, and I've told her multiple times I will support all communities, but
Yes.
I like to lift up all communities. But I like to lift up the black communities because most of the black communities are labeled, and when they're labeled, they get pushed down. And I hate when people are label each other because it they lose the support and they lose the spirit to try and lift themselves up. So to be black and to be up there and to see you coming down and trying to lift up these black communities, absolutely amazing.
I love that, man. And, that's crazy because my family. I was with my son that night, and I bring him and I introduce him to all these events I go to. And when I saw you, I was like, "What? You're an entrepreneur? You doing what?" Hold on, let me stop because they had me on the game plan. If you notice, they was pointing me in different directions to go meet different people. But when your mom came to me and she told me I was focused on you, I was like, "This is number one. I got to go see what he got going on back here." Let me figure it out. And I saw it. I was so proud. I walked away that day and said, you know what? Look at this. Look at our young entrepreneurs. Look at what he's got going on. I know in the next few years, like you're gonna explode off the scene, and I'm proud of you, man. And I love everything that you got going on, and you made me smile because it's like the impression I want to give off to the youth is exactly what you explained. I'm cool, but at the end of the day, I'm smart. I did the work. I'm not capping out here. This is who I am. I'm not trying to be nobody else. I'm Jr. the Hood Motivator, Dr. McIntyre. However you want to address me, but I put the work in all these levels, and that's what I'm doing. And I wanted to show you that no matter what, you can be whatever you. I know everybody say that you can be whatever you need to be. No, let me show you because I got here. Let me show you that there's no boundaries. Come on, whatever you need me to do. And when I told you I wanted you to be on my podcast, your mom she quickly jumped into action, and we got you on here, and I appreciate you. So let's talk about Kari treats. Let's talk about that.
Yeah. So, Cars Cold Treats, we started back in 2019. We handcraft everything. Every recipe is made from scratch. You had an opportunity to try that key lime.
I don't know about the rest of them, but that key line one is dope, man. I love it, man.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah,
you know what? I gotta go pull up on her to get some more of this.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So that is one of our best sellers actually. So
yeah,
the kick and key lime is definitely one of the best sellers that we have.
right.
We're actually getting ready to do the collard green festival, and we about to, and then we doing the collard green festival. So we about to pull out that we about to pull out that sweet potato pie.
When is that?
Pull out the sweet potato pie ice cream.
No, when is the College Green
Oh,
Festival?
Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
I won't be here for that. I said I would have pulled up, but let
Oh
me
yeah.
let me know the next time you have something, and I'm
Okay.
gonna give you my website. Whatever I'm gonna tell you this, Kari. Whatever event you see me at, or you see me on my website, and you want to pull up, you got a free ticket. You come with me. I want to show you, walk you backstage, walk you, introduce you to some people that what I'm saying you might not have opportunity to meet wherever I'm at. What I'm saying because that's what I want to do for you. So if you see something on my website or my Instagram and you want to pull up and it's in Tampa or Orlando, say, Mom, hey, the motivator said drop me off. Drop him off, and he with me the whole day. I got you.
Thank you so much. That is like the
Oh,
biggest ticket I could ever get. So
I
I
got you.
appreciate that.
Actually,
Thank you.
I know May 1st they having another Black Diaspora 400 entrepreneurs in Ybor. I'm the keynote speaker, so put that on your calendar. You could be
Okay.
you and your mom could be my plus two. Y'all come, y'all. What I'm saying? I put you in a room, but I'm gonna have you close to me, so I might bring you on stage with me. All these things, so I got you.
Okay. Well, I
Yeah,
appreciate that. I'll put that
yeah,
on the
yeah,
calendar.
yeah. Let's do it. But go ahead, finish telling me about the ice cream because I like
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. Yeah, so we're doing that. We so we started out doing, like I say, doing it part time. We started out doing it alongside the group home, and we did it just doing events, doing things for the church. Really, most of it was with our church. We did events for our church, did events, small community events, nothing big. But what I did was I bought a full length school bus, 40-foot school bus from the Hillsborough County School Bus Auction, completely gutted it, and had the state come out and license us a kitchen, because I was like, yeah, I'm not paying for I'm not
Yeah.
paying for a commercial kitchen. I'm not doing that. I'm
Right.
not, that's not happening.
Right.
So I built my own kitchen
Mm.
and had them license it. Got the insurance, got all of that good stuff, and we just did it that way. And we got TVs, we got video games, we got a bombs stereo system put in, custom tables and booths. And I was like, yeah, we're gonna have our own ice cream, mobile ice cream shop.
I
And it
love
was
that.
like, yeah. And again, my son and I, we took a shoebox
Yeah.
and built a little diagram
It
of a,
was
of what
it,
we
Little-
wanted it to look
A
like.
little rock drill. Man,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
love.
yeah. You know
No,
what I mean? And
yeah.
and it was like, and he was like, Mommy, you think we could do this? And I was like, Dude, I was like, look, let's put this together. Let's do that. Let's do that. He was like, Oh, Mommy, do you think we could do this? I was like, Yeah, man, I think we can do that. And like, we literally went back and forth with different ideas. And he was like, Mommy, do you really think you can do this? I was like, Son, I guarantee you we can do this. And he's like, Okay. And then as it started happening, he was just like, Mommy, we're really doing it. I was like, Man, we got this. And like, to actually watch that come to fruition was so unreal. Like, I promise you, I think that was like the culmination of what. And even now, sometimes I step on that bus and I'm like, I am really crazy. Like, who really does this? And
Man.
but it's such a blessing, because it's just like, yeah, like, if you hear it growing up, and if you can dream it, you can achieve it. No, I'm really showing my son that, son, if you can dream it, you can achieve it. Like,
Definitely. I
man,
love
listen,
it.
do it. What you gonna do? Like, who can stop you? Like, if
Nobody.
you really put in the work, do
Right.
it.
Come on now. You talking to somebody out there. Y'all hear that, motivators? If you
Yeah.
can dream it up, you can do it. This is what it's about. This is exactly what it's about. And I have a retreat coming up in the fall, and I would love to see if you can pull up. It's going to be from Friday to Sunday, and it's
Okay.
going to be a Good Heart Don't Pay Bills retreat. My book is going to be out, my third book. But the people that's going to be at the retreat would need some ice cream or some food or whatever. So I'm getting all these
Absolutely.
food trucks to pull up, and you know what I'm saying. Y'all can make a new audience and stuff like that. So we'll talk about that too. We got
Okay.
endless possibilities, endless.
Yes, sir. Let's
Yes,
do it.
I
Let's do
appreciate it. Corey, how you feel about that? How you feel about the school bus and everything like that?
so there's actually a lot behind the school bus. So I actually had my dog. My dog back when we were gutting the bus and we were building and we had a painting. So first, like my mom said, "Mommy, you really think we can do this?" And and as we began to build and the pieces came in place, and then I finally saw it, I was mind blown to see what motivation and dedication can do, and how you can really make your dreams what you want them to be. It happened. And it was like amazing. And every time I went outside with my dog, I'd always admire it. Like, we had our old spot, we just sit down and we just relax. And I'd look and it would be like amazing to
Mm,
see what my mom could do, especially with her health. And like, my mom is amazing. Like, I don't know how many times I have to say it, but like,
love it. I love it.
she is like
Hype her up. I
really,
love it. I love it.
she is like amazing. And
Mm,
to then always to be able to walk on that bus and see where that bus has been and how we made it work. And like, my mother's amazing. Like, it's like amazing to see a dream come true, because it just was an idea, and then the idea turned into a model, and a model turned into the real thing. And that's how dedication works. It's like, when you really put your mind to it, it can happen.
Right.
Obviously, there are steps to make before you get there, but your goal is already in front of you. All you got to do is find the right path to take.
You dropping jewels right now. You hear that? You hear what he just said? Kids and elderly and anybody who's listening, he's dropping jewels at 12 years old. Like, just stay consistent. That's what I'm hearing. Stay consistent because whatever, and I'm gonna tell you right now, motivators, people that y'all know how I speak to y'all. We talk about the Peter Pan effect and the Lost Boys, and I might be telling my age, but they dreamed everything they can do. And everything they were doing was imaginary, but it was coming to life. They were hungry, they would dream up a whole Thanksgiving meal. You know what I'm saying? And I took that, and people overlook these cartoons, but sometimes they was trying to show us things, manifest affirmations, prayer. And I tell people all the time, through my hardest time, prayer and gym saved my life. And I want to tell you this, Kari. So get ready. When you come up on difficult times, because you will, always, always have a backpack full of consistent things that you can pull out to help you. You know what I'm saying? That you could fall back on.
Yes,
Prayer,
sir.
talking to your mom, talking to your family, walking your dog, looking at the endless possibilities that can be because you're going to come up on trials and tribulations. And when you identify it, understand how to pivot, understand how to lock in,
Yes,
understand
sir.
that there's no test without a testimony. And you're going to be tested. And you want to be tested fast and early and young. So when you get to my age, you can tell everybody that's younger than you and people older than you that, hey, listen, ain't nobody gave this to me. I worked hard. I've been working hard my whole life. I've been writing books since I was 3 years old. Stop playing with me. You know what I'm saying? You got to lock it. You got to let them know. Hey, first of all, do your research on me. Don't talk to me in any type of way. I've been doing this, and you got to stand up. A lot of people ain't gonna like that confidence. That's the time I walk in on. That's my confidence level. You're not gonna. I'm not gonna allow anybody to put me in a position where, I feel an increment of down for myself because I worked hard to get out of the situation I am. You have worked hard. You and your mother, and I know your dreams, and I hear your passion, and I hear your grit, and your glory is coming, and I see it, and I'm excited to watch it. You know what I'm saying? So right now, I want you to tell the world, Miss J, how we can find you guys on social media.
Right now, you can find us at Kari's Cold Treats on Instagram, and then you can find us at our website, www.kariscoldtreats.com.
You guys got that? And also, too, Miss J, I want you, before we give the floor back to your son, is to leave us with words of motivation, just probably a minute or so. What you always wanted to tell your younger self or somebody else that's not listening.
Listen, I tell my younger self, listen, go hard with no regrets. Listen, do your thing at all costs because at the end of the day, you got this. Don't second guess yourself. Don't doubt yourself because you got everything that you need already in you. You don't have to look to your left. Don't look to your right. You look up at the Lord and you look in the mirror because everything that you need is already in you. He gave it to you.
I love
So
it.
you good. As long as you trusting in the Lord with all your heart, and you good. He got you. And that's the one thing that I would tell my younger self, and I'll tell anybody out there that's listening. If you leaning and trusting on the Lord, you good. You got it because He has you, and that's
There
what
it
I
is.
would that's what I would say.
Man, we appreciate you dropping them jewels. And hey, Kari, the floor is yours. I want you to talk about a minute or two. You got a minute or two to drop your jewels. And to anybody that's listening, all the motivators, the floor is yours. We're live on LinkedIn. We live on YouTube. It's on Spotify. It's on Apple. I'm going to give you the floor to pour into anybody that's listening, that wants to listen, that, hey, that doubts the youth, that, hey, you know what? At the end of the day, this is what it is. So the floor is yours. Tell us something that just coming from your heart.
What comes from my heart is that obviously I know you may not always have the person that you need to push you to where you want to be, to where you're going to be. But to always remember you have God by your side. No matter if you can see him, hear him, feel him, any of that. He is right next to you. He will always push you to where you need to be. And my mother has had God by her side since day one. I mean, all of us has. So to know and to realize that God is next to you, you then realize you have the support. You don't need to go out and find the support. He's right next to you.
Mm,
He's with you. You do not have to go on a full length journey to find, hey, I'm here to support you. No. He's right there. He's right here. He's right in front of you. Look in that mirror, you'll see him.
mm,
He gave you everything you needed. And just like my mom was saying, like, God gave you everything you needed. You don't need nothing else. He gave you all you needed. You just have to put that out. Lay it out. Look at your game plan. That's it. There's nothing else. And like how you were saying about Peter Pan, how people usually miss those inspirational words. It's crazy because it's a kid show, Bluey. Everybody knows it. But there was an episode, and Calypso, Bluey's teacher, was spitting straight facts. She said, might not be exact, but she said everything will work out how it needs to work out. So you may be in the lowest of lows, and you can be like, I'm ready to give up. I can't do it anymore. And sometimes you've lost sight of God, and you're like, I have no one supporting me. But once you realize who's right next to you and the support that you already have, and you realize it's right in front of you, it's just dark. You need God to be your light to show you your path. And then once He does, it just gets easier from there.
you hear that, motivators? That's from his heart. Ain't nobody coached him to say that. I wanted to give him the floor so people can see it's in his pedigree. Innately, his mama put that inside of him, and he's showing the world exactly what it takes to be a young entrepreneur. And, and I appreciate that because that's what I wanted you to show our people. I wanted you to show the motivators. I wanted to show the new followers, the old followers. This is where we come to the motivators table. Where do the motivators go get motivated? They come here. You know what I'm saying? You're out there, your mom, and y'all motivating everybody. But sometimes, where do the healers go get healed? We're gonna try to bring them here because when y'all leave this podcast, you're gonna run through that wall and you got 100 miles per hour. And you're gonna go get some more stuff done. And that's why I wanted to bring you on here the beginning of February because we're gonna pour into you. So what I want you to do is we're gonna do our Peter Pan thing. Hold your cup up, an empty hand, a cup. Both for everybody. Now pour it out, whatever that's in that cup, pour it out. Now hold it up. And I want to tell you, Mom, you're so special. Thank you for doing what you're doing for your son. I'm not going to get emotional, but a lot of young black women and women, we don't do this for our kids. We expect our kids to already have it figured out and then bring back the bacon to us. But you're pouring into your son. You've given him the willpower. You open up all possibilities. We love you here, and we're proud of you, and do not stop. And people need understanding on how to develop their child. Tap in with Miss J. Harris. Look what she's doing. Look what she's doing. God told her, hey, she went through all these things, high school basketball, army, police officer, but her true gift was developing her son so he can have his opportunity to be great as a young black boy. And Mr. Kari, you, I love you. I'm proud of you. I'm a fan. Do not stop. Keep doing what you're doing. When you get weak, DM me. No, I'm going to tell you, call me. I'm going to give you my number. Let's figure this thing out. I want to help you. But listen, this conversation at 9 in the morning helped me. It helped me start my day. I'm on fire now. I can't wait. I got 3 more podcasts to do. But I'm on fire now because I appreciate you. We ended season 4 with you for a reason. I wanted to show the world that, hey, this is what it looks like. And this is what it is. And we appreciate you and we love you. And do not stop, Kari. Keep your foot on their neck. This is your gift. This is your job. And I can't wait to see you at the finish line. And we love you. Here at the Motivators table, you already know what time it is. We're going to have 100 real stories, real life people telling about real life situations. But we had 2 for 1 today. We had mom and we had son. And we appreciate you and we love you. Thank you, guys. Thank you for allowing me to pour into you. Hey, motivators, I told you it was gonna be a fire one. I appreciate you guys. See you late. See you guys soon.
We
Thank
appreciate
you.
you. Have a good one.